Welcome to the Explainer. All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to build a universe right from scratch. And this isn't just for fun. It's a thought experiment that's going to totally flip what you think you know about reality, about motion, about what it even means to exist.
Okay, so to get this whole new reality off the ground, we have to start with a question. And on the surface, it sounds super simple, but I promise you, the answer is going to change how you see, well, everything. The question is this: what does it actually mean to move in a straight line?
So to really wrap our heads around this, let's run a quick thought experiment. And don't worry, we're not diving into heavy physics just yet. For now, this is all about geometry, all about perspective.
Okay, picture a simple cylinder, like a can of soup. Now imagine a tiny little point moving up the side of that can. It's going in a perfectly straight line from the bottom to the top at a totally constant speed. Easy enough to picture, right? But here's the twist. What's actually happening? Well, it completely depends on who's looking.
Yeah, that's right. Perspective is everything here. So let's imagine we place two different observers right in the center of the cylinder's base. They're in the exact same spot, but with one key difference. One of them is just standing still, and the other one, well, the other one is spinning.
And this is where it gets really cool. The observer who's standing still, they see exactly what you'd expect, a point moving straight up, no surprises there. But the observer who's rotating, to them, that very same point looks like it's tracing this amazing spiral path all the way up the cylinder. So, who's right? Which one is the real path? Is the straight line more true than the spiral?
And that right there, that's the whole point. It shows us that even something we think is totally fundamental, like a straight line, isn't some absolute truth. It's relative. The actual event, the point moving, is happening. But the shape we give it, the story we tell about its path, well, that depends entirely on our own state of motion.
Okay, so rule number one for our new universe is established. Perception is relative. Now let's build on top of that. We need to add our first fundamental law of physics, and that law is a cosmic speed limit.
Now, we could call it the speed of light, but that term, it comes with a lot of baggage from our own universe, So let's ditch it. We're going to create a purely mathematical rule instead. Let's call it the Event Information Diffusion Line. It's a mouthful, I know, but all it means is this. It's the absolute, unbreakable speed limit for how fast any cause can lead to an effect. It is the speed limit of this universe.
And just to make the math super easy, we're going to set that speed limit to exactly 1. That's it. No miles per hour, no meters per second, just 1. This number, this simple 1, is now the most important rule in our entire made-up reality. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can break it.
All right, we have our rule, a speed limit of 1. And what's so cool is that this one simple rule lets us think about movement in a completely different way. It opens the door to a really wild idea. What if movement isn't a thing that happens, but a program that runs? Okay, hang with me here, because this is where things get a little weird. What if nothing actually moves? At all. I'm serious. Think about everything you see moving. A car driving by, a planet orbiting the sun. What if all of that is just an illusion? What if things aren't really traveling through space? And this isn't just some crazy sci-fi idea I pulled out of thin air. It's based on a real thing our brains do called the 5 phenomenon. You know how a movie works, right? It's not actually a moving picture. It's just thousands of still photos flashed in front of your eyes really, really fast. Your brain fills in the gaps and creates the illusion of motion. So what we're going to do is take that very same illusion and make it a physical law of our universe. So how would this even work? Well, imagine there's some kind of cosmic command center. It's sending out signals, and these signals, of course, obey our speed limit of 1. The signals go out to this huge network of tiny transmitters scattered everywhere in space-time. And each signal is basically an instruction, telling a specific transmitter, hey, at this exact future moment, I need you to make a particle appear right here. So an object that looks like it's moving isn't really traveling at all. It's just a series of these pre-programmed events firing off in perfect sequence. Poof, 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 creating the illusion of a smooth path.
Okay, so what does all this mean for reality itself? I mean, how does this pre-programmed universe stack up against the way we normally think about physics? Let's put them side by side.
So, in the standard physics we all know, we think of movement as this smooth, continuous thing. Reality is something that's unfolding, happening in real time. But in our new model, totally different. Movement is just a series of separate, distinct events, like frames in a movie. And causality? It's not relative anymore. It's absolute, locked in by those present signals. In a way, reality isn't happening at all. It's more like it's being played back. Like we're just scanning a cosmic Blu-ray that was written a long time ago.
And that leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending thought to chew on. We just built a universe, from the ground up, that is totally logical and consistent, but its rules are completely alien to ours. It's a universe where nothing actually moves, and reality is just a pre-written program being executed. So if it's possible to describe a perfectly consistent reality with a completely different set of rules, what does that say about our reality? How could it be so sure that the way we see things is the only way things can be? Are you sure you're moving right now, or are you just scanning the next frame in the code?